You know that feeling, that constant background noise of the to-do
Oh,
list,
yeah.
the phone buzzing, just the sheer weight of modern life sometimes.
Absolutely. It
Mm.
feels like there's always something demanding attention.
And we all crave the opposite, don't we? That like deep sigh of relief, that spaciousness inside,
Hmm.
feeling genuinely okay, comfortable in your own skin, even when things outside are chaotic.
That's it, exactly. That state of inner peace or serenity, it
Yeah.
feels almost like a luxury these days, but it's so essential.
All right. And the sources we looked at for this deep dive, they make it clear, don't they? It's not about checking out or pretending problems don't exist.
Not at all. It's more about learning how to face those challenges, how to
Yeah.
navigate life's ups and downs with maybe a bit more calm and clarity.
And compassion, too, for yourself and others.
Yes, that too.
So, our mission today is really to unpack what serenity actually is. We've got some fascinating material research articles looking at everything from, ancient Stoic ideas and mindfulness.
Right through to the latest science on how our minds and bodies connect, and even practical things like journaling.
Exactly. We want to explore what inner peace truly means and find some practical ways you can cultivate it. Because it's not something you just find, is it?
No, definitely not like finding lost keys. It's something you have
Yeah.
to actively create, something you do, and eventually it becomes part of who you are.
Something you are. I like that.
So maybe we should start by trying to pin down what we mean by serenity a bit more.
Great idea.
The sources often describe it as this really deep sense of well-being. It covers your mind, your body, your spirit.
Mm.
It's holistic.
Okay.
It's this idea of equanimity. Being okay when things are good, sure, but also finding a way to be okay even when they're decidedly not okay.
That's the tricky part.
Right. It's about finding freedom from that constant inner chatter, that mental static, that conflict we carry around.
That sounds revolutionary almost. Being genuinely at ease with yourself and the world, less tossed around by stress and worry. Is there, like, science behind this? Does it actually work?
Oh, absolutely. And that's one of the really compelling things from the research we reviewed. This mind-body connection, it isn't just a nice idea. It seems to be physically built into our brain structure.
Really? How so?
Well, recent studies show that the parts of your brain that control, say, moving your arm,
Uh-huh.
are actually wired into the same networks that handle thinking, planning, and the stuff you don't consciously control, like your heart rate or blood pressure.
Wow. Wait, so the bit of my brain telling my fingers to type is somehow linked to the bit deciding how fast my heart pounds when I get stressed.
That's the gist of it, yeah. They're interconnected.
That's pretty wild.
It is. And the implication is huge. It means when you consciously do things to calm your body, like taking slow breaths or gentle movement or relaxing your muscles, it's not just a physical sensation.
Shen signals.
Exactly. It sends direct messages back to those brain networks, influencing your mental state, how reactive you are emotionally. So there's a real scientific basis for why calming practices work.
The body and mind are constantly talking to each other.
Okay, that makes the whole how-to part feel a lot more concrete then.
Mm.
If inner peace is something we build and the mind and body are linked,
Hmm.
what are some of the actual paths, the practices the sources suggest?
This is where it gets really interesting because there isn't just one way. The sources offer a whole range of tools, and the key is finding what actually clicks for you. But a really common thread, a foundational piece, is mindfulness, cultivating awareness.
Right. And when people hear mindfulness, often the first thing that pops into their head is meditation.
Yes, meditation comes up a lot. And it is a simple but really powerful way to cultivate that steadiness of mind, that equanimity.
Does it have to be complicated? Sitting for hours?
Not at all. That's a misconception. The sources stress that even a few minutes regularly can make a difference. Find somewhere quietish, get comfy, maybe close your eyes.
And just bring your attention to your breath, feeling it come in, feeling it go out. And your mind will wander. That's what minds do.
Constantly.
Yeah. The practice isn't stopping the wandering. It's just gently, without beating yourself up, guiding your attention back to the breath again and again. That repetition builds that muscle of being present.
And mindfulness isn't only about sitting still with your eyes closed, right? It's also about bringing that awareness into, well, regular life.
Definitely. So much of our stress comes from replaying the past or worrying about the future, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. The what if game.
Totally. The sources really emphasize that the present moment is the only place we actually live.
Mm.
So embracing it is key.
How, though? How do you do that when the laundry needs doing and emails are piling up?
It's about bringing your full attention to whatever you're doing. Like when you're eating, actually taste the food. Notice the textures, the temperature.
Instead of scrolling on my phone.
Exactly. Or when you're walking, feel your feet on the ground. Notice the sounds around you, the feeling of the air. Using your senses pulls you out of your head and into the right now, like a little mini vacation for your brain.
A mini vacation, I like that frame. And speaking of fundamentals, breathing. Effective breathing comes up again and again as something immediate we can use.
It sounds so basic, doesn't it? But most of us, we don't really use our breath properly, especially when stressed.
We hold it or it gets shallow.
Right. Shallow, rapid breathing just amps up that fight or flight response.
Mm.
But consciously slowing down, deepening your breath, that sends a signal to your nervous system. Hey, it's okay. You're safe. It disrupts the stress cycle.
So just focusing on breathing deeply into the belly, maybe making the exhale a bit longer than the inhale.
That's a great technique. A simple 1-to-2 ratio, breathing in for, say, 3 counts and out for 6. And the tip is to practice it when you're already feeling calm.
Ah, so you know what it feels like.
Yeah, you build that muscle memory.
Wow.
Then when stress hits, you can recall that feeling, access that calm breath more easily.
Makes sense. And some awareness traditions, they go even deeper than just being present, don't they?
Yes, some sources mention practices like Vipassana meditation. It's less about just feeling calm and more about gaining insight into how your mind works.
How so?
By observing everything, sensations, feelings, thoughts as they arise and pass away, without reacting, just watching. Noticing how temporary everything is.
Impermanence.
Exactly. Seeing that impermanence and observing without judgment, without the usual I like this or I hate this, it helps to untangle those deep-seated mental habits, leading to a clearer, less reactive mind. You're not stopping thoughts, you're changing how you relate to them.
Changing your relationship with thoughts, that feels huge. So moving on from awareness, how do the sources suggest we actively work with our thoughts and emotions? Because they can really run the show sometimes.
They really can. Our internal narrative shapes everything. So one starting point is deliberately cultivating a more positive mindset.
Focusing on the good.
Yeah, or at least the neutral. Simple things like maybe starting your day by jotting down one thing you're grateful for, or consciously trying to reframe a negative thought like instead of this traffic is ruining my day, maybe, okay, traffic is slow, I can listen to some music. It's about shifting that default perspective.
But it's not just about pretending everything's rosy, is it? What about those really sticky, anxious thoughts, the what-ifs that just loop?
Oh yeah, those are major peace thieves. The sources offer some great practical ways to challenge them. When you catch yourself in that spiral, what if I bomb this meeting? What if they're mad at me? Ask yourself some direct questions like, is this thought actually likely? Is it rational or just a feeling? Has this exact bad thing happened before? And importantly, if the worst did happen, could I cope?
That last one is powerful.
It is. It puts you back in the driver's seat. It creates distance from the thought, helps you see if it's just your anxiety talking. It's like cross-examining the thought instead of just believing it.
Cross-examining your thoughts. I like that. And then there's the idea, especially from Stoicism, about removing judgment. That feels connected.
Hugely connected.
Yeah.
And often missed. We're constantly slapping labels on things. Good, bad, fair, unfair. And our emotions follow those labels.
Or road rage.
Perfect example. It's not the car cutting you off that makes you furious. It's your judgment. That was rude. They disrespected me. The Stoic insight is that the event itself is neutral. It's our interpretation, our judgment that causes the upset.
So if I see the traffic jam just as all cars stopped on a road.
Instead of a personal disaster aimed at you.
Yes.
Or if someone criticizes you. Seeing it as just their opinion from their viewpoint, rather than a fundamental truth about you. Marcus Aurelius said something like, you don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you.
Wow.
When you strip away that layer of judgment, the emotional power often just fizzles out.
Which sounds like it leads right into acceptance.
It does. But acceptance isn't passive helplessness like, oh, well, nothing I can do.
Right. It's often misunderstood.
It's more about acknowledging reality as it is in this moment without fighting it, working with it. You can still want to change things, but you start from a place of seeing clearly what's actually here, now. That allows for a calmer, more effective response.
And accepting feelings, too. Not judging yourself for feeling angry or sad.
Yes. Allowing feelings to just be there. Noticing them without labeling them good or bad takes away their power to overwhelm. They become like weather passing through.
Okay. And for digging into those feelings, getting some clarity, journaling comes up as a really useful tool.
A really powerful one. The sources highlight its benefits for self-awareness, processing tough stuff, gaining perspective. It can reduce stress, lift mood, cut down on that endless negative looping in your head.
And it doesn't have to be perfect prose, right?
Not at all. Find a private space, maybe set a timer for 15 minutes, and just write. Uncensored, let it flow. Prompts can help if you're stuck, but the key is just getting it out. Making it a regular thing is powerful.
Are there different ways to do it?
Oh, yeah. Stream of consciousness, just writing whatever comes up. Reflective writing about a specific thing. Some people find it helpful to write a dialogue, maybe with their anxious self, or write a letter they don't send. Even visual journaling, drawing, or collaging feelings. The act of putting it down helps you see patterns, identify triggers. Oh, I always feel stressed after talking to X, and just understand your inner world better. It's serious self-care. Think of historical figures. Marcus Aurelius' meditations were basically his journal. Anne Frank. Even Taylor Swift uses it. It's timeless.
It's like giving yourself dedicated space to untangle things, and sometimes you just need to physically move that energy.
Absolutely, the mind-body link again. Getting physically active, a walk, a run, dancing around the kitchen helps release stress hormones and pent-up feelings. Boosts serotonin, too.
So moving your body helps move the emotion.
It often does, though the sources do caution about, say, punching a pillow in anger. Sometimes acting out anger physically can actually ramp it up, reinforce it. Better to move in a way that feels releasing, not aggressive.
Got it. Okay, so we've covered awareness, working with thoughts, feelings. What about practices that connect us, both inward and outward?
Well, self-love and self-care are foundational. And the sources frame these not as indulgences, but necessities for peace.
Like putting on your own oxygen mask first.
Exactly. Actively looking after your physical, mental, emotional needs builds self-worth and self-compassion. That makes it much easier to feel at peace within yourself. So actually scheduling time for things that nourish you, exercise, hobbies, reading, or journaling, like we said, truly appreciating yourself, flaws and all.
And that inner care helps you connect better outwards, too.
It really does. It's hard to be peaceful with others if you're at war with yourself.
Visualization also seems like a way to connect inward, to find a calm space mentally.
Yes, it's like creating a mental safe haven. You close your eyes and imagine in detail a place where you feel completely peaceful. A beach, a forest, a memory.
Using all your senses.
What do you see, hear, smell, feel? The more vivid, the better. You can mentally go there whenever stress pops up, or you can visualize yourself handling a tricky situation calmly and successfully, rehearsing peace.
And then there's actually getting outside, connecting with nature. That feels instinctively calming.
It really is, and research backs it up. Even simple things, a walk in a park, noticing the trees on your street, gardening, they connect you to something bigger, offer perspective.
It doesn't have to be a huge wilderness trek, then.
Not at all. There's this concept of nature connectedness, consciously tuning into nature with your senses, hearing birds, feeling bark, noticing light filtering through leaves, finding beauty in everyday nature. Studies link this connectedness to more happiness, less anxiety. Even just 5 minutes of fresh air can shift your state.
It breaks the pattern. And what about connecting with people?
Crucial. Having supportive relationships, spending time with people who genuinely uplift you, that builds peace. Connection is calming.
Having someone to talk to.
Yeah, being able to share what you're going through with a trusted friend, feeling heard. That really eases the burden. We're social creatures.
Definitely. And what about those moments where you just need something quick? Like right now, any immediate calmers?
Yes, loads of little peace hacks. Things that engage your senses or body quickly. Holding a smooth stone, squeezing a stress ball, smelling lavender oil, listening to music.
Music can be so powerful.
Or dancing it out. Watching a funny clip, having a piece of dark chocolate, sipping green tea, chewing gum even, applying gentle pressure to your wrist, or just consciously relaxing your body, dropping your shoulders, unclenching your jaw. Progressive muscle relaxation. Quick ways to hit the pause button on stress.
That's a great list of quick fixes. Okay, let's circle back to Stoicism for a moment. It offers some really solid principles for inner strength, right?
Absolutely. A core idea is focusing only on what you actually control.
Which is not much externally.
Exactly. We can't control other people, events, the weather. The Stoics say what we can control are our own thoughts, our judgments, our reactions, our choices, our actions. Trying to control the uncontrollable is a recipe for frustration.
So you put your energy where it makes a difference inside yourself.
Precisely. It's incredibly empowering. Epictetus basically said, if you try to control things you can't, you'll just end up disturbed and blaming others. Focus inward.
And the memento mori idea, remembering death, sounds morbid, but the sources frame it positively.
Yeah, it's not about being gloomy. It's about realizing life is short and precious. That awareness helps cut through the trivial stuff and focus on what matters now.
Living with intention.
Right. Being grateful for today. Asking yourself, if this was it, would I have regrets? It pushes you to live authentically, to be kind, to act virtuously today. That focus brings peace rather than chasing external stuff.
It's worth noting, though, as the sources do, there's some nuance within Stoicism itself, right? About whether peace is the main goal.
That's true. Some argue peace, ataraxia, isn't the aim, but rather a result of living virtuously, using reason, accepting fate.
Interesting distinction.
Yeah. But either way, whether it's the goal or the byproduct, the practices themselves focusing on control, managing judgments, living presently, they clearly lead towards a calmer, more resilient inner state.
So, bringing all these threads together, cultivating inner peace, it's definitely not about creating some perfect bubble-wrapped life.
No way. Life will always be messy. It's about changing your relationship with the messiness, building your internal capacity to handle it with, well, more grace.
And it's so personal. There's no one-size-fits-all answer here. It's about experimenting with this toolkit: mindfulness, journaling, nature, stoicism, the quick calmers.
And seeing what resonates with you, what feels helpful, sustainable.
Yeah. The key lessons seem to be peace is internal, something you cultivate. Mind and body are linked. Calm one, calm the other.
Working skillfully with your thoughts and emotions is critical, challenging, accepting, releasing.
Connecting with nature, connecting with supportive people, that matters.
Focusing your energy on what you truly control is freeing.
And it's not about giant leaps. It's small, consistent steps built over time.
One mindful breath, one journal entry, one moment, choosing not to judge.
One walk outside at a time.
Exactly. Tending that inner garden.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into serenity.
It's been really valuable to explore all this.
So, for everyone listening, considering all these different paths we've touched on today, from ancient wisdom to modern science, maybe just ask yourself, what's one small step that feels inviting to you right now on your own journey toward inner peace?